Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. In part 2, we're finishing up our blueberry muffins and baking them to perfection. You'll see exactly how to get those bakery-worthy results right at home. Let's get baking. Baking equipment and temperature tips. Getting the best blueberry muffins isn't just about the batter. The right tools and baking conditions make all the difference. The wrong pan or oven temperature can turn perfect batter into dry, unevenly baked muffins. Here's how to set yourself up for success. Selecting the right muffin pan. Not all muffin pans are created equal. A good one ensures even baking, proper browning, and easy release. Material matters. Light-colored aluminum pans heat evenly and prevent overbrowning. Dark pans absorb more heat, which can cause the edges to dry out before the centers are done. If you only have dark pans, reduce the oven temperature by 10 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Non-stick versus uncoated. Non-stick surfaces make cleanup easier, but uncoated pans can give slightly better browning. If using uncoated, grease the wells thoroughly or use liners. Standard or jumbo? Standard cups, about half cup capacity, bake in 18-22 minutes. Jumbo pans, 1 cup capacity, need 22-28 minutes. Adjust baking time accordingly. For the best release, lightly grease even non-stick pans or use parchment liners. Paper liners can stick if the muffins are very moist, but spraying them lightly with oil helps. Oven settings and baking times. Oven quirks can ruin even the best batter. Preheat thoroughly, at least 20 minutes, to avoid underbaked centers. Temperature sweet spot. 190,200 degrees Celsius, 375,400 degrees Fahrenheit, works for most recipes. Higher heat gives a quick rise and domed top. Lower heat yields flatter but more tender muffins. Rack position. Bake in the center rack for even heat distribution. Too close to the top can brown the tops too fast. Too low risks undercooked centers. Baking time. Start checking at 18 minutes. Muffins are done when a toothpick comes out with a few moist crumbs, no wet batter, and the tops spring back when pressed lightly. If your oven runs hot or cold, an oven thermometer is a game saver. Rotate the pan halfway through baking if your oven has hot spots. For extra tender muffins, turn off the oven a minute early and let them finish baking with residual heat. Quick tip. For evenly distributed berries, toss them in flour before folding into the batter. This keeps them from sinking to the bottom during baking. Creative variations and add-ins. Once you've mastered the basics, it's time to get creative. A classic blueberry muffin is delicious, but small tweaks can turn it into something unforgettable. Try these easy variations to surprise your taste buds, or simply tailor the recipe to fit dietary needs. Streusel and crumb toppings. A buttery streusel topping adds crunch and a touch of sweetness that pairs perfectly with juicy blueberries. To make it, mix flour, sugar, and cold butter until crumbly. Then sprinkle generously over the batter before baking. For extra flavor, add a pinch of cinnamon or chopped nuts like pecans or almonds. A simple crumb topping requires just 3 ingredients. Flour, brown sugar, cold butter. Pro tip. Press the crumbs lightly into the batter so they stick. The result? A golden, crispy top that contrasts beautifully with a tender muffin. Adding citrus zest or spices. A little citrus zest brightens the blueberries without overpowering them. Lemon zest is the classic choice, but orange or lime zest work too. Fold in a teaspoon of zest with the wet ingredients for a subtle, sunny flavor. Spices can transform muffins into cozy treats. Try these combinations. Cinnamon and nutmeg. Warm and comforting, especially with brown sugar. Cardamom. Adds a floral, slightly citrusy note that pairs well with blueberries. Ginger. Use ground ginger for a mild kick or minced fresh ginger for a bolder flavor. Just a quarter teaspoon of spice per batch is enough. Blueberries should still be the star. Gluten-free and vegan options. For gluten-free muffins, swap all-purpose flour with a 1-to-1 gluten-free blend. Look for one with xanthan gum for better texture. Almond or oat flour can work too, but they'll make the muffins denser. To keep them light, add an extra quarter teaspoon of baking powder. Vegan blueberry muffins are just as easy. Replace eggs with flax eggs, 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed plus 3 tablespoons water per egg, and use plant-based milk and melted coconut oil or vegan butter. Maple syrup or agave can stand in for honey if needed. For extra richness, stir in dairy-free yogurt or apple sauce. The muffins might bake slightly faster, so check them a few minutes early. Serving and storing blueberry muffins. Freshly baked blueberry muffins are irresistible, but how you serve and store them makes a big difference in flavor and texture. Whether you're enjoying them warm from the oven or saving some for later, these tips will keep them tasting their best. Best ways to serve blueberry muffins. Blueberry muffins shine when served warm, with the berries still juicy and the crumb tender. For the best experience. Fresh out of the oven. Let them cool for 5–10 minutes so the berries set slightly. This prevents burning your mouth while keeping them soft. Reheating. If stored, warm muffins in a 160 degrees Celsius, 325 degrees Fahrenheit, oven for 5 minutes or microwave for 10–15 seconds. Avoid overheating, they dry out fast. Add-ons. A pat of butter or a drizzle of honey enhances flavor. For breakfast, pair with Greek yogurt or a smoothie. Room temperature muffins are great for packed lunches or snacks. They hold their shape better and won't make a mess. Storing for freshness and freezing tips. To keep muffins fresh, store them in an airtight container once fully cooled. A few key tricks. Short term, 2–3 days. Keep at room temperature, away from direct sunlight or heat. Place a paper towel at the bottom of the container to absorb excess moisture. Avoid the fridge, it dries them out faster. Long term, up to 3 months. Freeze muffins individually wrapped in plastic or foil. For extra protection, place them in a zip-top freezer bag, pressing out all air. Thaw at room temperature for an hour or reheat straight from frozen in a low oven, 150 degrees Celsius, 300 degrees Fahrenheit, for 10 minutes. Frozen muffins taste almost as good as fresh. Just skip the microwave for reheating, it makes them soggy. Mastering blueberry muffins comes down to quality ingredients, smart mixing, and precise baking. Remember, fresh or frozen blueberries both work, just toss them in flour first. Mix the batter gently for a tender crumb, and don't overbake. A quick rest before baking helps the texture, and the right pan makes all the difference. Try these tips with your next batch and notice the change. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.